When the first Slava-Class cruiser slid into the water during the late Cold War, it was clear that the Soviet Navy had no intention of simply matching NATO ship for ship. These vessels, long, sharp, and bristling with missile canisters, were conceived as ship killers first and flagships second. They weren't subtle, and they weren't meant to be. Their silhouette alone, dominated by rows of P-500 or P-1000 anti-ship missiles, broadcast a simple message. Any Western carrier group that wandered too close would be met with a swarm of supersonic steel. Fast forward to today, and Russia's Slava-Class cruisers occupy a strange place in naval warfare. Both relics of a bygone doctrine and active players in a new kind of maritime conflict. They've outlived the empire that built them, endured decades of underfunding and overuse, and yet remain at the heart of Russia's surface fleet. Their combat role may no longer align with modern naval strategy, but their presence still commands attention, and their firepower, especially in contested zones like the Black Sea, is anything but obsolete. The heart of the Slava-class's offensive power lies in its complement of P-500 Bazalt or P-1000 Vulcan supersonic cruise missiles. These behemoths, each weighing over 10,000 pounds, about 4,500 kilograms, were housed in twin rows of angled launchers dominating the ship's superstructure, with a range of roughly 340 to 440 miles, 550 to 700 kilometers, and the ability to fly at Mach 2.5. These missiles could be launched in coordinated salvos using a data-linked terminal guidance system where one missile would rise to scan for targets while others flew low to avoid radar. In addition to their offensive strike capability, Slava-class cruisers were outfitted with a robust defensive suite, though this reflected the era of their design more than modern realities. Air defense was provided by the S-300F Fort system, a navalized version of the land-based S-300 with vertical launch cells situated below deck. While comprehensive by Cold War standards, much of this equipment has aged poorly and, in many respects, now struggles to contend with modern anti-ship missiles, drones, and fifth-generation threats. Of the original 4 ships laid down, only 3 entered active service: Moskva, Marshal Ustinov, and Varyag. The 4th, Ukraina, was left incomplete in a Ukrainian shipyard and remains in limbo to this day. Each active Slava-class cruiser found its role as a flagship in one of Russia's major fleets: Moskva in the Black Sea, Marshal Ustinov in the Northern Fleet, and Varyag in the Pacific. Though their deployment patterns varied, they consistently served as symbols of Russia's enduring blue water ambitions.